First, I'd like to say before, without disrespecting your husband, that you're one fine-looking judge. Most judges are old and wrinkled, and you got it going on.
Well, okay.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. Franklin says when he met Diane 5 years ago, Cupid put him on speed dial. They were compatible and comfortable, and he loved her zest for life. But as soon as they moved in together, Diane changed from fun-loving and easygoing to uptight and sexually conservative.
I'm here today because I'm tired of my wife treating me like a child. I didn't sign up for this. I am done.
I am here today because I am sick and tired of my lazy, good-for-nothing husband staying in bed all day, not getting a job, treating me with disrespect, flirting with women while I'm doing 2 jobs. I'm tired of it.
Franklin says if Diane can't let loose and liven up, he is walking out. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Franklin Porter and Diane McInnes. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You are currently living together but have no children together. Mr. Porter, you're bringing Ms. McInnes here seeking $6,300, which you say is the cost of equipment that you had to sell in order to contribute to the maintenance of the household, and we will talk about that momentarily. Before we do, however, I'm going to ask you to tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today.
First, I'd like to say before, without disrespecting your husband, that you're one fine-looking judge.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Porter.
See what I
Ms.
put up
McInnes, fear not, it gets him nowhere.
Most judges are old and wrinkled, and you got it going on.
Well, okay. But you still could be wrong. Mr. Porter, what's happening with Ms. McInnes?
Well, you know, I'm a tree cutter. I do disaster relief work. We travel all over the country, and we primarily take trees off homes, out of people's yards so they can get back to their lives after a disaster. I've done Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Rita, Hurricane Ike, and ever since I've met her, she don't let me go anymore. She wants me to stay home. She wants to be home before it gets dark, and I can't really work that way because work is out there, not in a small podunk town of Oklahoma.
Ms. McInnes, do you not let the man go do his job?
We tried that, but when he was gone, he didn't bring home any money, so I'm just feeding him money. He's having to eat, stay in hotels, and I'm sending him money, so we're losing money while he's gone.
They don't pay him?
I haven't seen any money yet.
Mr. Porter, can you explain what's happening on the financial end?
Disaster relief, I'm going to come to your house, I'm going to make a bid, you're going to take the bid. A lot of times I'll go out and there's older people, 90 years old, single mothers, and they have trees down just like everybody else, but they don't have money. So I do find myself doing 5 or 6 free jobs every time I do take off.
That's good for you, Mr. Porter. You know.
And she is correct. I left last time to do the big storm in Louisiana and Beaumont, Texas. And I took 5,000 with me, and I did 1 job for 500. So I do see her point.
Can you ever contract with the state or the county, or I'm trying to make the man some money?
You can if
the
you...
municipality or something?
You can if you got a big company. I don't have 15 trucks and 30 employees.
He can't do anything when he stays in bed all day. He's just in bed all day. He doesn't try to get out and do anything. He just lays and stays in bed until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's baloney, because I have got depressed the last few months. Because there isn't no work. So I have been hanging around the house a lot.
Waiting for work to magically drop into his lap. He won't get out and try to get it. He's just waiting for it to come to him.
He's waiting for it to come to him.
Yeah, he's waiting for the job fairy to come bring him a job. It doesn't work that way.
I've knocked on doors. Dogs have run me out of properties. Out in the country where she lives, it's a lot different than going to the cities. I mean, you're liable to get shot walking on people's property.
All he wants to do is karaoke all day.
I understand what the problem is there, and we can address that momentarily, because I think that's something we can work on. Why don't you tell me what other concerns you have about your marriage, your relationship with Ms. McInnes?
You know, she don't like any of my friends. I've recently reconnected with an old buddy, And he's been over to the house a couple times, and he's a little different.
He just makes bad decisions when he's with this person. I mean, he just had to go out with him. I hadn't been out with my buddy in a long time. I'm just going to go over and watch the game. I didn't hear from him again until 3 o'clock in the morning. I started trying to call him at 10, every hour, just to make sure he was still alive. He had gone to a karaoke bar with this buddy, paid for a cab with money that we don't have, bought drinks for pretty much everybody in the bar with money that we don't have.
But it wasn't a party thing in the beginning. I was
home.
going to help him move into his new place. He moved into his new place, and he was kind of excited to have me come over and help him move in.
Of course he's excited. He knows he's going to pay for his booze.
Then we started drinking a little bit. We started drinking a little bit. You know, we ended up going to a karaoke bar, and I wanted to take the cab because I didn't want to take her car and drink and drive in it, you know. So we took a cab over and a cab back.
Which I appreciate the cab, you know. He didn't die, but, you know, shouldn't have gone.
Beyond this, what are your concerns about Mr. Porter?
Well, like I said, he just doesn't bring home any money. He stays in bed all day. He won't even get up and try. We made an agreement where I would pay for the bills, but he would buy just enough, work just enough. I'm not asking him to bring home a lot of money, just enough for groceries and for spending money, and he hasn't been doing it.
Well, Mr. Porter, we've been talking about you this whole time. Why don't you tell me what it is about Ms. McInnes you don't like?
She's only been with 2 guys in her whole life. And I've, you know, kind of been with a few ladies, and I like to have a little bit of excitement. And sometimes
I don't know which one y'all applauding for. I don't even.
Sometimes she's a little, you know, her skills are lacking in some areas, you know.
Maybe that's because I'm tired from doing 2 jobs.
Yeah, but.
Mr. Porter, are you looking for increased variety? Hang on. Increased frequency or increased freakiality?
I think I like the last one. I want a little bit more action than just missionary position.
Okay.
I'm not talking about swinging off the chandeliers or anything.
I think he is. Yeah, I think he is.
You know, but when I first met her, there's a lot of stuff she didn't even do. I've been teaching her a few new tricks. She has been coming around. She's been coming around, and I'm willing to wait on her. But it has to happen sometime, you know.
Right. You know, now, can you persuade a little bit? I mean, just kind of work your way into it?
Well, do you want to do something with a man that lays in bed until 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm tired when I come home from the second job.
I'm just waiting on you to get there, baby.
Well, if you got out of work, I'd just have one job.
When divorce court continues, is Franklin cheating on Diane?
We were sitting at the table together. This woman walks over, puts her back to me, looks at him. She knows I'm there, and says, "Hey, you want to come over and sit at my table?"
Have you been cohabitating for years and find that splitting up is as complicated as a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Diane McInnes, who is seeking a dissolution of her relationship because Franklin is lazy and doesn't contribute to the household. Is Franklin verbally abusive, too?
What does he say to you about your weight?
He just makes little things like calling me chubby or what, you know, you look like a cute little hippo, you know, just not nice things.
Ms. McInnes, you've said that Mr. Porter enjoys female attention.
Oh my gosh.
From a variety of sources.
You got a little example
Why
of it right here.
don't you tell me about that?
We were at a karaoke, he loves karaoke. I mean, and I do too, but I mean, he wants the whole, he's really good, so he gets all the attention from the women. We were sitting at the table together. This woman walks over, puts her back to me, looks at him. She knows I'm there, and says, "Hey, you want to come over and sit at my table?" And he's just like, "Well, I'm with her." He didn't go, but it's not like, you know, I'm with my girlfriend. This is a person I love. It's just like, well, I'm with her. I can't go do that. And he just keeps talking to her. I mean, when I got home, I told him, "We really appreciate you didn't go over there, but you could have at least, you know, gotten rid of her, let her know that you were with me, treated me with a little more respect." It was very disrespectful.
Now, Mr. Porter, are you out there enjoying and flirting with the ladies and failing to show the woman that you're with the proper
This lady that she's referring to came to our table. I didn't go to her table. And
Right.
every man likes a little bit of attention from women. Am I wrong, Bailiff Joe?
Now, leave Joe alone.
I mean, when a woman looks
Just
at...
leave him out of this. I mean, and that's not the only time. And we were traveling around trying to get him work. So I went with him to try to get work. We didn't get anything anywhere we went. He was too busy, you know, with karaoke bars. Two young women, young enough to be my daughter, just hugging all over him, having a good time. He was soaking it all up. He didn't get rid of them.
Yeah, that's about what happened, huh, Mr. Porter? And you enjoyed it,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you're not doing anything wrong.
I'm not sleeping with these ladies.
Okay, now there's a
He's
lot of rules
treating me with disrespect
in
here.
between talking to and not sleeping with. Are you engaging in any of the behaviors in between?
No, ma'am.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nada.
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 Mr. Porter, I understand you have a problem with Ms. McInnes's current weight.
You know what? I've probably only mentioned weight to her 3 times since I've known her.
That's not true.
What does he say to you about your weight?
He just makes little things like calling me chubby or you look like a cute little hippo, just not nice things. And I'm sorry, but look at the beer belly that's coming on him. He's been laying in bed, and his belly is growing by the day.
I
He
have
lays
never
around
had a
in
beer
bed.
belly in my life.
Oh,
I
Dad,
have
look at
been
that.
6'5",
He lays
200
around the
pounds
house.
my whole
Oh,
life.
come on.
Since I've lived with her, I got this. I'm kind of proud of it, to be
Mr.
honest with you.
Porter, I understand that the work might be hard for you to get at this juncture. Even though you're home, you don't do anything around the
No,
house.
the only
Is
thing
that
he
true?
does is vacuum up the dog hair in one area and takes out the trash, but he won't put the trash bag back. He expects me to do that because that's women's work. I'm doing two jobs. He's doing nothing.
No. There's
and he won't do
nothing
anything.
specifically designed women or men work.
Oh,
When
yeah,
I take the
that's what I
trash
hear.
out, when I'm heading outside to put it in the dumpster, in the beginning, when I first met her, she would grab a bag out underneath the sink and put it in, and then when I came back, it was all ready to go. Now, the can stays out. A bag don't get put in it.
Because I don't stop my job. I work from the house
seems
on my
like to
first
me
job,
that-
and I don't stop my job to go in there and replace the trash.
Seems
for
like
it.
to me that
Trash
she
liner.
stopped working for this relationship. In the very beginning, she was just really, making
Yeah.
supper.
No,
Now
no,
she
no.
wants me to take her out all the time. And if you don't take her out when you mention it, she falls apart.
Oh,
I
that's so
start
not true.
watering up, so what do? I go shower and I take her out. I don't want to disappoint
Oh my
her.
gosh, he's got the story wrong. It's like
You tell me the story,
This
Miss
is one
McInnes.
day he had gotten a little bit of money. We had a little extra money where we could go out and eat. He's like, just make us a light lunch because I'm taking you out to dinner. So all day long, I think I'm going out to dinner. That night he's like, so what are you fixing for dinner?
When divorce court continues, is alcohol fueling the demise of this union?
He took the last of our grocery money, went and got a 6-pack of beer. I didn't know he's taking the last of our grocery money to go buy alcohol.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Franklin Porter, who says he wants to end his union with Diane because she has stopped caring about their relationship. But is he the real problem?
The cell phones get cut off, and he still hadn't done anything. I went in there and I lost my cool. You got to get out of bed. You got to get it done. You promised me, and you're letting me down. He got up and started singing karaoke.
Mr. Porter, she says that you might imbibe a little too much. What do you say about your alcohol consumption?
Yeah,
I
It
really
is.
do. I like Jack Daniels and a couple shots after work. But you know what? I don't even touch a beer if I don't deserve it. And what I mean by
Now, what
deserve
do
it
you? Yeah, what does that
is, working
entail?
your butt off and cutting. I took down 115 trees the last Friday I was in Colorado last year in one day. Then I deserve a beer.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not the way it works.
Now, hang on.
That's not what
That
happens.
was last year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now, between this year and last year, how many Jack Daniels have you had?
She hasn't let me go back to Colorado.
Oh,
That's where
my
the money is.
gosh.
That's where the beetle kill's
No,
going
that's
on.
where
west of
I
Denver.
lost all my money when he was in
I want to
Colorado.
know how much Jack Daniels you've had between.
Probably too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the last of
And
our grocery money, went and got a 6-pack of beer, sat there, came home. He just said, I'm going somewhere. He didn't tell me where he was going. I didn't know he's taking the last of our grocery money to go buy alcohol. And it's like, I'm just going to watch the game this weekend, get a little buzz, and then I'm going to get up Monday morning and I'm going to get started on work. And I'm tired of this laying around and I'm going to go out and get a job.
Right.
Well, guess what? He had a hangover Monday morning. Instead of sleeping until 2 or 3, he slept until 4 o'clock.
Well, you know, she may
Didn't
not
get out of bed.
That may have been the last of the grocery money for that week, but our pantry's full. The fridge has something in it. There's stuff always in the freezer. It wasn't the
always.
last money we was going to starve. But I was, you know, it was just having a tough day, and a couple shots at a basketball game is what I needed.
Yeah, from all of his hard laying around the house all week.
And I figured, you know what? Let's just kind of get through this, and tomorrow will be a new day. Somebody's going to call, but my phone's going to ring.
Yeah,
But it just hasn't happened. Nobody's called.
I get it. Somebody tell me what the final straw is.
Final straw
Please.
is, he told me he was going to pay the cell phone bill. We have to have that for my job, and in case a job magically jumps into his lap, he's got to know about it.
I have to have my...
And he
Hang
told
on,
me
Mr.
he
Porter.
was going to take care of that one because I had to buy the groceries, so I'm going to get the cell phone bill. It's Friday, Saturday, the cell phones get cut off, and he still hadn't done anything. I went in there and I lost my cool. You know, you got to get out of bed, you got to get it done. You promised me, and you're letting me down. He got up and started singing karaoke.
When divorce court continues, whom will Judge Lynn believe?
She's going to lose her house that she's owned since '93 if I don't come up with some cash. So I go sell a trailer or a chipper or a truck and give her the money. I said, I need this equipment to, you know, do what I do. And she says, well, I'll pay you back. So that's the money that's in
a
question.
lie. I never told him I'd pay him back, and I didn't ask him to sell it. He sold it because he didn't want to go get a job.
Divorce court returns with the case of Franklin Porter and Diane McInnes, who are ending their union after 5 years of togetherness.
Mr. Porter, tell me about the $6,300 you say Ms. McInnes I should award you from Ms. McInnes.
Just like you've heard her say, things are going to be shut off, and she's going to lose her house that she's owned since '93 if I don't come up with some cash, and the pressure is on. I mean, you could cut the air with the knife. It's so thick because she's walking around mad all the time. So I go sell a trailer or a chipper or a truck and give her the money. And I said, I need this equipment to, you know, do what I do. And she says, well, I'll pay you back. So that's the money that's in
a
question.
lie. I never told him I'd pay him back, and I didn't ask him to sell it. He sold it because he didn't want to go get a job.
Oh,
Mr.
I didn't want to get a job. I don't have a lazy bone in my body.
Mr.
If
Porter,
I
what
had
do
a
you
job
have in your
tomorrow, I
hand?
would go to it.
What do you have in your hand?
I have a little statement here that shows what I've spent, what I've sold and given her to pay
Can I see that,
her
please?
mortgage, her car payments.
The car that he drives and the house
Thank
he
you,
lives
sir.
in.
Car that's still in her name that I'm making payments on.
I offered to put your name on there. You didn't want
3
it.
chainsaws worth $1,800 and a wood chipper worth $4,500. You sold those to...
Yes, ma'am. Actually, them chainsaws are about $650 a piece. And
Okay.
the chipper was a $5,000 chipper. I've had to lose money by selling them quick.
I got it. Here we go. I know why you like him. I get it. Lazy and all, I know why you like him. He's funny. He's a joy to be around. He's a good time. Apparently, he's good at karaoke. Now, and I don't think you're gonna leave him. I really don't. I think you like him that much. I don't think you're going anywhere because you haven't got anywhere to go. You know? And I know you want to work at what makes you happy. I get that. And she's making it possible for you to work not at all until you find exactly what makes you happy. And you can't do that. I mean, I was supposed to be a doctor. Got to college, couldn't do the math. This is my backup career. You never know how things are going to turn out. So you got to pursue even when it isn't exactly what you want to do because you have to make money. Having said that, I will say this. I bet you, you cost more than $6,300 a year to maintain. I bet you that if you put all the mortgage payments and the car notes and the food and the gas and the light and the electric and all of that you consume, it might be a wee taste more than that $6,300 that you contributed. Hence, there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Weeks after the show, Diane's prayers were answered. Franklin was called to help out in another tornado disaster and rescue. He's still there cutting down trees while Diane is back in Oklahoma cutting him checks. They are still together, or are they?